Oh mate, she's light between the legs. Hit elephant turns. No clutch. It's horribly overweighted. Don't worry, don't need to hold the clutch. Oh, my hand's not getting sore. Look at this, first gear. I'll just... There we go. Whoa. It's just started raining.
So just real quick before we jump into the video, this is quite a long video compared to what I normally do. If you're just interested in my opinion on the bike, then skip forward to this time. Otherwise, if you want to see how I formed my opinions about the bike, stick around and watch the whole adventure unfold. Cheers guys, thanks for watching.
Okay, check this thing out. The 450. I'm gonna go home, saddle it up, and we're gonna go camping. Should be a bit of fun. See how she goes. So I have been on this bike once and I didn't test that easy ride clutch. So I can have the clutch out. Look at that. No clutch. Look at that. And hang on, I'll just pull up. No clutch. Wow. Okay, but now I want to ride like a regular human. So clutch is in, clutch is out. That's pretty cool, man. I like the new way of doing it. I like having the clutch there because we're so used to using that clutch, aren't we? Oh, it's got a quick shifter as well. Oh, feels cool. I've ridden this thing up to 15 kilometers an hour before, so this is very different. I also didn't get out of first gear the last time I used it. Whoa, it's so bloody nimble. What happens if I decide to stop in second gear without the clutch? Look at that. And it's got the quick shifter on it. This is mint. Such a tiny bike. Or at least it feels tiny. But it's so often that you get the smallest version of a bike and they don't add certain things, what do I want to say? Like you don't normally get all the premium features on the smaller bike. Like let's say the 1300 or the F900 for that matter, on like their lowest offering of the bike. For example, the 310 GS. I don't think that had all these features. Did the 310 have the TFT? Oh, that's cool, man. It's so light. I am comparing this bike to my 1300, obviously, because that's the bike I ride. Is it 6 gears? It's 6 gears. Look at that. Oh, it feels quite smooth. What are you doing, car? Just pulling out. Oh, yeah. We're going to take it home, saddle it up with some gear, and then get out onto the road. I've got it for one night, and I'm going camping. Yeah? Yeah. All right. So I've got the 450 for one night. I'm going camping. Naturally, like an ADV rider, I've loaded it up with 15 kilos of stuff I probably don't need, but will have anyway. I'm using the Lone Rider ADV bag 70. It's probably too big for this bike, but it fits. It fits on there.
we'll see how we go. Anyway, we're gonna go and hit up a small adventure and then we're gonna camp tonight.
All right. Well, geez, look at this. Look at this number. I've just fueled up 403 kilometers on one tank. I just fueled up. I had half a tank. I fueled up 7 liters. Now I assume it's a full tank. But we are going on a small adventure on the small adventure bike. We're seeing if it adventures like a big adventure bike. I have my luggage on. I've got my tent, my sleeping bag, sleeping mat, some clothes, some food, the kitchen sink, the bathroom, my cooking equipment, everything. I've got it all. So I've fueled up. I need to go and check my tire pressures. I want to make sure they're at a good pressure for me, because unfortunately this bike doesn't seem to have the tire pressure monitor. I'm not sure if that's an optional extra. Is it something that didn't get ticked? Also, this one doesn't have the nav screen. I'm sure that's an optional extra as well. It does have the little USB-C power thingy just there. Anyway, we're gonna go out and get on an adventure, but first, the typical GS thing to do is to get a latte, which is exactly what I'm going to get right now, because I need my coffee tonight. Alright, well, here we are on the adventure before the adventure. This is normally where adventure bikes thrive, because it's not all about the trails, it's not all about the roads, but where adventure bikes thrive is that transition. It's the getting you to the trail and getting you back home again. That's where adventure bikes really hit their mark. There you go. About 90 kilometers an hour is around 5,000 RPM. It's not bad. I can feel a little bit of vibration, but nothing crazy. I don't think it's uncomfortable. I can't feel it through my ass. The seating triangle, the butt to feet to arm, what do you call these things? Grips. The butt feet grips angle, so comfortable. Oh my god. Like, it's exactly the position I like. It's not, I'm not like strung back too far from the bars. I'm not too far forward, like too close to them. The seating position is comfortable. I'm at the back of the seat. I can just feel the pillion seat touching my ass. But other than that, it's perfectly comfortable. The legs, my legs aren't bent so much. Like they're not, I'm not cramped up in here, which you would expect on a smaller bike. In fact, I think I have more room on this with my legs than I do on my 1300. I think I do, to be honest. Now the quick shifter works pretty smoothly. It's throwing shades of an F900 at me, because it has that like cushioning. Let's rev it. Yeah, I mean, it's got a bit of go. I think it might have even just popped at me a little bit. We're not going too crazy in the rev ranges, because this bike has done like 200 kilometers, if that. So we're not going nuts, but let's see. Okay, you wanna do some pickup. You've just come out of the corner. No one's behind me. So here we go. We've just come out of the corner and we're ready to go. I mean, it's not a slouch. It is not a slouch at all. Now, stability feels great. 90 kilometers an hour, one-handed. I don't feel like my bars are shaking. I don't feel any uncontrolledness. Oh, it feels fine. Let's turn in here. This is my test track. Let's do some testing. Yeah, what I was saying about that quick shifter before I got interrupted by myself. It's got a very 900-esque feel about it, where you have that shift, but then it has like this big spongy cushion after the shift. So I don't know, it feels I don't know if plush is the word, but it does kind of feel plush. Feels soft, and it's like it doesn't interrupt the shifting. Yeah, it feels good. The shifting feels nice. Now guys, I'm not sponsored by BMW. I have a good relationship with my dealership. I'm not sponsored by them yet, BMW. But in saying that, I will say exactly how I feel. I'm not gonna sugarcoat things just because it's a BMW and whatnot. Okay, and we got the modes on this bike, so let's go Enduro Pro and let's turn the traction control off. It's the old control, so traction control is off. Super easy. How does it feel? Front brake, you've got a single rotor, so oh, and it's got that off-road ABS, so yeah, like that was full lock front brake, by the way, and rear brake had full lock rears. Get it revving. I've got a fair bit of weight on the back, so I think it's going to be difficult to break traction a bit. Oh mate, she's light between the legs. There's a trail just here. Stand up. Oh yeah. Suspension feels really plush. It's not GS suspension, it's regular bike suspension, whatever you call it. Feels pretty good. And because the bike's so small, feels like a mini dirt bike, really. Well, not a mini dirt bike, a big dirt bike, let's say. Got the bags on the back, gotta remember that. Yeah man. And look, well look, I'm in first gear, no clutchy. How does it take off without the clutch? It does burnouts. Oh yeah, that front tire just lofts so easy. Get around this corner. Nice. Now obviously I'm comparing this bike to my bike, which is the 1300, which isn't a fair comparison. Woo! But it is a comparison. Oh man, the bike doesn't feel like it's horribly overweighted with my bags on the back. And anyone who complains about that 19-inch front wheel, like, they don't know what they're talking about, because it'll handle so much. Now, does it reduce the ground clearance a little bit? Yes, absolutely. Woo! That feels fun. Wow, that feels so playful. Not a massive amount of power, but I mean, it's all you need. You definitely don't need more. And you screw up your gear shifts, it's okay, because it won't stall. Boy, I don't know if I bottomed out or if it hardened up, or I mean, I'll tell you what guys, while I'm not riding crazy hard, this bike is having to work, because I'm I'm 120 kilos. I just slapped 15 kilos of luggage on the back as well. So this bike is dealing with it, and actually it still feels fun to ride. It's not feeling like crazy sluggish or anything. Let's get out here. Now I wouldn't say the tyres that it's on are ideal, because they're not. Oh, that's what I wanted to do. Hang on a sec. Does it elephant turn? Which way do I normally elephant turn? Right. How does this go? It elephant turns. Oh, it's so nice being on a light bike. Wow. It's just so flickable or easy to use. Like, it's so forgiving, I think. Little hill climb here, big stones. Nice. Oh, and I don't need to find neutral. I can just drop the clutch. That's going to be a problem when I get back on my bike. I'm gonna just rock up to the lights and drop the clutch and go, what? That's so handy. Like, that's a really nice system. Riding this bike for a little bit, I wish the engagement zone was a little bit lower. The engagement is around 2,500, 3,000 RPM. Like, if I rev to 2, nothing, there's no movement. Get a bit higher, still no movement, still nothing, still nothing. Okay, I'm feeling some movement here. I'm just getting a little nudge. And basically, yeah, at 3,000 RPM you're moving. But about 2.5, there's no engagement. I would like that engagement at 2.5. Like where we get it at 3, or even 2.7, I think. I would like it at 2.5. Right there, that's where I want to be engaged and moving. I think I understand why they're not like that, but, you know, BMW engineers, get on it. If you can do engagement at 2,500 RPM, I want you to do my GS like that. My 1300, I want this easy ride clutch. It's awesome, I think. But yeah, get that engagement zone at 2,500 RPM and I'm sorted. I'm sold. 100% sold. Okay. Oh, don't go off the cliff. See, and I still used the clutch just then. It's like a bit of habit. But what's nice is just when you get to somewhere, if you've miscalculated a turn, you just bang down the gears, don't worry about your clutch, and you're all sorted. Woo. No clutch necessary. Okay, so far I am super impressed with how well this bike is handling the extra 150 kilos I've placed on it. That's me and my luggage. It is soaking it up. Ooh, I can even pop little wheelies on this thing, man. Probably because of all the weight that's on the back. I mean, these tires leave a little bit to be desired, but tires are the easiest thing to change. I do wish, look, I've had statements about the Karoo 4. I like the Karoo 4. I don't like how quickly it wears. But I do wish these tires were fitted with the Karoo 4, at least. If that's what I had to choose from, these tires or the Karoos, I would choose the Karoos. But in saying that, these tires do the job. Like, I'm pushing them, definitely. And we're about to head into some pretty cool forest slash sand slash whatnot. Don't worry, don't need to hold the clutch. Oh, my hand's not getting sore. That single caliper, it is more than you need to slow yourself down. because the bike's so light, it doesn't need a dual caliper like on my bike, my big rhinoceros. This thing only has a single caliper up front. I'm pretty sure it's probably a single on the back as well. Okay, this is a fun trail. I like this one. Take it a bit easy just here because this is very much shared trail. This goes to a couple of houses, I think. And this is where, is it this one? No, not this one. I've made that mistake a couple of times. Just here, this is it. Oh yeah. So the trail starts to get bumpy and sandy here. See how we go. There's a bump. Whew. Oh mate, yeah, it floats. Got a corner. Sometimes there's walkers in here, so you need to be careful. And that tree's down. Whew. Okay, we've got a sandy bit just here. How does it go? And this can be quite serious deep sand. Oh yeah. Well, it handles it. There was quite a few ruts just then, but we got there. Oh nice, this is sandy as well. It's getting pretty chewed up these days. A lot of bikes coming through here, I think. Oh, that was a bit dodgy. It's really hard to see the bumps as well. Whoa! So, yeah, we're bottoming out a little bit. So I think this also doesn't have a steering dampener, which does make the front end a little bit twitchy. Again guys, this is all compared to my bike. My bike has a steering dampener. The front end doesn't feel anywhere near as twitchy. Oh mate. Oh, it feels good. I mean, I am discovering the limits of the suspension. I'm feeling it bottom, but also I haven't set up this suspension for my weight. It's probably set to like a 95 kilo rider, maybe even less. So I am reaching the limit of the suspension. Okay, this is a sandy bit. Here we go. Let's go straight through the sand. Yeah, a little bit twitchy. One dab over this thing. Yeah, it's not too bad. It's pretty good. How are my bags doing? Look at this, first gear. I'll just... Bloody hell. Okay, so the bike switches off when it's over. I even did a little toot. Yeah, so you can see these tires, they leave a lot. They leave wanting. Let's see how to pick up this little Bessie. Let's just do this, shall we? There we go. Not too bad to pick up. That was a funny little fall over, wasn't it? I can say it feels a bit twitchy in the sand. Now, I don't see any sort of steering dampener in there. So, you know, when the front gets pinged, you feel it straight away. As the steering dampener gets pinged, it's like a bit softer. Anyway, we're still going. Still good. Look how light this is. Cool. Let's get on it. It started. Okay. I mean, that easy ride clutch still does wonders in the sand. It engages perfectly, gets you moving. Now, tyre pressures on these tyres, I'm running 1.9 front and 2 back, and that's in bar, guys, not in PSI. Don't know what it is in PSI. In Australia, I think we use PSI. Just use bar. Bar's much better. Whew. But I've forgotten what PSI it would be, so look it up. I run 1.9 bar in the front, 2 bar in the back. Now, that's just because I don't know this bike. We've got the forged rims on this, so I didn't want to go to my usual. My usual pressure is like 1.5 front and 1.8 rear. I didn't want to go that low, just because, I don't know, forged wheels. This is my first time riding with forged wheels, so I mean, I don't know what I would be feeling different. 16 degrees. I love that they used the TFT from all the other GS's. I'm so happy they didn't flake out and put some other crappy dial here, because this is by far the best TFT in my opinion. And I'm not just saying that because I'm like a BMW fanboy. I think it can be widely agreed that this is the best TFT on the market. Okay, so we've got a little bit of sand here, nothing too harsh. I'm a little bit nervous about the sand. It feels a little bit twitchy and I don't really want to stack it. We've got a big sand pit up here. Hopefully there's not too many trails going through it, but it kind of looks like there's loads. And on my GS, I'm very used to riding sand. I've done it a lot and I know what to expect. Don't really know what to expect here. Should I go? Maybe I should go up to the right there. Let's go. Get the power going. I'm in third. Oh no, traction control's on. What have I done? Oh, so disappointing. Because I had to turn the bike off and on again. I do that so often, man. I want to turn around and do this again because that's not a fair representation of how this bike would ride through the sand. I mean, these tyres definitely leave you wanting, but they do it. They get the job done. Oh, I can't believe I forgot the traction. Now I've got to do this again. I'm going to go up that right side again, but this time I'm going to be in second gear. I was in third. Oh yeah, and also second gear now. I can just have a little relax. No worries. We're going to go up that right side and kind of dip back in. Let's have some fun. Make sure you're clean. Oh, I love that easy ride clutch, man. So good. Whoa! Oh my god, where are we going? The rear tire just keeps going out. That was pretty funny. Let's get across. So that was kind of all user error. I don't think you can blame the bike for that one. Woo! This is fun, man. I'm excited about this bike. Feels fun to ride. Okay, I'll pick you up on another trail. Okay, now we're on to another fun trail. I always like this one. I like this trail because it's kind of like, it's good suspension testing because it's nice and bouncy. It's aluminium bash plate, so it makes a very loud ping whenever a stone hits it. It's a very loud one, and sometimes it's like, whoa, what did I just do? But it's just the bash plate. Some big old stones in here. There's another one. The bash plate's doing its job, if you hear that. Bang! There's a nice trail up here that I quite like. It's good fun. I like how nimble this bike is feeling. It feels like, yeah, I can stop really well. And even on these tyres, I feel like I have a fair bit of grip here. I mean, it is pretty dry. Stone. Whew. I just literally said it's pretty dry. Bloody hell. Okay, this is the wettest area I've seen. I think I haven't actually bottomed this bike out yet. I think there's something to do with compression. Maybe like the high-speed compression is a bit wrong, because it feels like it's just hitting a brick wall straight away. Like some little G outs, it goes thump, like full-on thuds. Ooh, that's a G out. Ooh, I did a wheelie. It's so easy to loft this front tyre with the luggage on. It's pretty cool. I'm gonna have to get a video of that happening because you won't believe me otherwise. I don't believe me. I can't do wheelies. I am not a wheelie god. This has the same issue as my bike. When in the sand, it flicks the sand up through here somehow into your eyes. That's not nice. So it's hard to ride sand with your visor open. So let's just get a set of goggles, Tom. You genius. Okay. This is the start of the fun trails. I mean, it's all been fun. Oh, another nice campsite. Nah, not tonight. I know where I'm staying tonight. Let's go here. Whew. Oh, that's a big stone. It normally stinks down here. Let's see how it's feeling today. It's pretty good so far. Oh yeah. Nice. Little 450's feeling at home here. Oh yeah, here comes the smell. Oi! The bash plate. Noisy bash plate. Oh yeah. It's a bit sandy here too. Like it'll catch you out sometimes. Oh. I'm so surprised how much grip I feel like I have on these tires. Doesn't feel like I should. I feel like I shouldn't have this much grip. I think it's something to do with the lightness of the bike, maybe. Bit of a jam. Nice. Ooh. Oh yeah. Whew, this has gotten deep, this sand. Little jump. Mate, that is fun. Woo. It felt so nice to ride. Wow. Oh, and it feels nice to sit. It's a beautiful position for standing. Like super comfortable ergos. I am fully impressed. Big stone. Yeah, I am so impressed by this bike and what BMW have managed. If I had this bike for my L's, which are learners in Australia, whew, oh, the rear just bounced so hard then. Yeah, I don't know. Oh, I don't know how you'd go up from this after being on it for your learner's permit. There is no up, except for when you go to a bigger bike. Oh, little wheelie, nice. Oh, big bumps. I'm not professional. Ooh, don't get whiskied. Oh, a little jump, big stone. Oh, that was great. Well, first impressions of the bike, it's a really fun bike to ride. I'm quite enjoying it. I'm especially enjoying that easy ride clutch. It's a game changer, really, I think. So many times I've pulled up to a corner because I was missing a turn or something, bang down the gears, don't worry about the clutch, no worries, just around the corner and you're good. It's handling the regular ADV luggage, so I mean, it's a proper little adventure bike. You can actually adventure this thing, which is cool. Anyway, I've got a little bit more filming to do, and then I'm going to head over to my campsite for the night, and I'm going to give you my thoughts, my final thoughts on the bike. Let's see how we go. Okay, so I found my campsite. It's right here. I've got a table. I've got a camp cooker. I've cleared my spot for the tent, and I'm going to start setting up. I'm going to go just to the toilet area and check if there's any firewood. I don't think there was, but let's go and see. I can hear another motorbike. Are they coming? Anyway, there's bits and pieces of like broken tree branches and stuff here, so look at that thing just there, right there. Look at you, you're dead. I could take that if I could reach it. I'm not that tall. Anyway, I'm gonna see if I can find a bit of firewood laying around. Just so you guys know, this is a really cheap tent from Decathlon. I don't know if you guys know this by now, but I'm quite cheap. Except for my motorbike, everything else is on the cheap. I have somewhat of a secret weapon with me, because that one little blow-up pillow is can be a bit tough to sleep with. I don't know, maybe I'm just a gentle GSer. For me, I need my secret weapon, which is another pillow. Yes. This isn't anything special. This is a household pillow. Just, you know, GS things. Now, this sleeping bag is comfort down to 5 degrees. And I think tonight is meant to just get down to 8 degrees. So we should be all right. Hopefully we're okay. Okay. Time to get this fire going. Hopefully it'll take, eh? Let's see. Yeah, that's gonna go. Fire. I like this lighter. I mean, it's massive, but it's like a jet. Don't know if you probably can't even see it because it's a jet lighter. Good show. Look at this. Started. Easy peasy. Bloody chimney isn't working. I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, so the main goal of this fire right now is to build coals. With coals I can then cook. And what I've got, I don't need no silly freeze-dried meal because you can just go to Lidl, buy a whole pack of sashlook for like €4.90 or something. So I'm sorted for tonight. Sashlook and Pilsner is nice. It's just started raining. Cheers, everyone. I really love these. Estonia, Finland, and Sweden all do it really well. They provide you with these barbecue pits, so you're not putting a fire on the ground just randomly. And then often it comes with like these grill stations. These things. How good's that? It's a really fun bike. Basically what I did is I grabbed the bike off Thomas in BMW. I just chucked the luggage on. I didn't adjust anything. About 15 kilos of luggage, all my camping stuff and whatnot. And then me, plus my backpack, which normally has like 3 litres of water, had the beer, had my dinner, and that's another 125, 130 kilos, something like that, plus, you know, all my gear. And the bike just took it in its stride. I think there's loads of power there for you to have. Quite easy to loft that front tire. Granted, I had a lot of weight on the back of the bike, so the front tire may have been coming up quite easily because of that. But the thing is, it felt really manageable. At no point did I feel like I was going to loop out. I can't wheelie, guys. I think you already know that. I'm scared. I can't wheelie. But at no point did I feel like I was going to loop out. Now, maybe that was to do with the power. Maybe there's not as much power, so you're not easily looping it. But I felt like the front tire was easy to loft up and it was good fun to ride. There was a little kink with, I'm not sure if it's called like high speed compression, but it was like if I hit a bump at high speed, it felt like not that it was bottoming out, but it was like getting that much into its stroke and just going gunk. So I'm not sure if that's like high speed compression and if that can be adjusted, because that would be nice if it could. It was just hitting, yeah, this bit too quickly for me. Other than that, I bottomed out once, and that was on some big whoops. I mean, with 150 kilos on the bike, you would imagine that it bottoms out. The tires, I am actually quite surprised with the tires. Granted, it was dry today, so, I mean, they didn't have to do much. I did notice in the sand, they weren't pedaling me through it quite so easy. But with a bit of pace, it's fine. But as soon as you stop, it struggles to get it going. So the tires are definitely something you would change pretty much straight away. Even the Karoo 4s would have been good, but they did the job. I felt very comfortable on gravel and loose sand forest trails. I felt very comfortable. Compared to my bike, it's very twitchy, but I mean, you're going to get that with a bike that's 60, 70 kilos lighter than your own. And also there's no steering dampener, so that can also be playing a part in it. Actually, I've ridden Christian's Touareg 660, and it doesn't have a steering dampener, and it feels incredibly twitchy. So I think that's probably the reason. The ergonomics on this bike are spot on for me. I'm 179, and I have a larger torso than my legs. My legs are shorter than, I think it's like a 32-inch leg or something like that. Don't know what that is. I don't know why I know it in inches. Everywhere I shop is American clothing. I don't know. But I got a 32-inch leg, and then my torso makes up the rest. So I'm 179, almost 6 foot. And the ergonomics of the bike fit me so well. Like, it felt comfortable standing. It felt comfortable sitting. I didn't feel like I was slouching or overstretched, or I didn't feel like my knees were in my chest. Actually, I felt like I had more room on this bike than I do on my 1300, which amazes me. But yeah, it's a very comfortable position. The rider's seat isn't like tilted forward or backward or anything, at least from what I could feel. And I feel like you could sit in that seat all day, especially compared to my 1300. I feel I could sit in this seat longer. Where it lacks in long distance comfort is the standard things, your cruise control, a taller windscreen. You don't get like wind buffeting like this, but you do get wind, which I suppose is okay. It's like, it feels like pretty clean wind, which is nice. If you're gonna be doing 120 regularly on this bike, maybe not, because right at 120, you start to feel a very high frequency vibration. It's not like, it's like very high frequency, very like pingy. I don't know how else to explain it, but it's very small vibrations. And it's not like unsteady vibrations. Like, I can still let go of the handlebars and it's perfectly fine. It's not going to start wobbling out on me, but you can feel it in your hands. Like, if I was sitting at 120 for longer than 20 minutes, I think I would feel like Fernando Alonso in his Aston Martin, if you understand what I mean. That's an F1 story. Better put some more wood on the fire. Okay, next time I put wood on the fire, it's time to cook. If you're thinking of it as like a commuter or something, and you regularly commute on highways where you're going over 120, mind you, anything under 120, I didn't feel that high frequency vibration. So if you're staying under that, it's perfectly fine. There's no issues. You're just getting a bit of wind. But again, it's not wind buffeting. You're not doing this. You're getting just wind in the face, which, I mean, from a small screen, you should expect that. So that 19-inch front wheel, that was a controversial one, I think. I think a lot of us thought they were going to bang a 21-inch on it. The people who are really upset with the 19-inch front, I feel like they don't know really what it's like to ride with a 19. Maybe they've learnt that the 21 inch is the off-road thing and that's the best thing and you shouldn't have anything else. And it's not really true. A 19 inch is still very capable. It's still fine to ride with off-road. Is it going to handle certain situations different? Yeah, it will. But it's not as black and white as some people make it out to be. And what the 19-inch does do is it makes it a little bit more precise on-road. And where they're trying to make this bike fit, I think, is like the BMW thing. It's like, we want to make an all-round bike. And in order to do that, you fit a 19-inch front. It's a little compromise off-road, but it's a great advantage on-road. So when you're doing these little twisty turns, little twisty transits, you're still enjoying the bike, and it's still very, very capable off-road. And I think
For basically almost every rider that's going to own this bike, you are not going to know the difference between a 21-inch and a 19-inch front when you're off-road. You're not going to know it. This bike isn't aimed at professional riders who can already handle bigger bikes, like me. I'm not professional. It's not aimed at them. It's aimed at a more beginner, but also intermediate riders. I class myself as an intermediate rider. I don't class myself as professional at all. Above average intermediate rider is how I would class myself. And I still found this bike incredibly enjoyable to ride. Maybe it lacks a little bit of power, but you get the revs up a little bit and you don't really care because you can get the back end to step out. You can do elephant turns. You can get through thick, chunky sand. It's everything you need. And again, I can't stress this enough. I got this bike straight from the dealership and put 150 kilos on it and then rode it out on an adventure. No changes, nothing. I cannot stress that enough. And it's done it. It dealt with it easy. There was no issues. And I'd be perfectly happy riding this another 500 kilometers tomorrow. Unfortunately, I don't get to. It's a very smooth engine, very easy power delivery. I love it. I think BMW have hit the nail on the head with this bike. If you're looking for comparisons with like, I don't know, what's one of the other 450s? There's the MT 450, and then there is the Cove 450. Cove is like a very specific bike. I think Ryan F9 just did a video, or not Ryan F9, his channel, but the other guy did a video on the Cove and he summed it up very well. If you want like basically a pedigree Dakar bike, that's the bike for you. If you're trying to make it into an adventure bike, you're coming to some compromises, but it's still an amazing bike. This I see as more of an adventure bike than the Cove 450. This is also, I think, lighter than the MT 450, and it's more slim. It's definitely slimmer. The MT 450 is like, the tank feels wide to me. And I'm not knocking the bike. There's nothing wrong with the bike. I like it. But this feels slimmer between the legs. The ergonomics feel so much nicer. That TFT screen, that is best in class. 100%. Like, for these 450s, best in class TFT. I think for all bikes, the BMW has the best TFT. You can't beat it. It's just, it gives you the information you need and none of the information you don't need. I think it's so crisp. It's very easy to look at and understand what you're looking at. Like tire pressure, I want to see that. I want to see the temperature. Okay, I know what gear I'm in. I know the revs, you know, that sort of thing. And it's not like I need all that information, but it's so crisp and clear to look at, and it's a glance. And the less time I'm looking at that screen, the better. And you might say, oh, I never look at the screen. Why do you look at the screen at all? You're lying. You're definitely looking at the screen. But yeah, I think that is by far best in class, and I'm so happy that BMW chose to put this TFT on this bike, because if they chose some other sort of clocks that didn't look that nice, or analog clocks or something like that, I just think, yeah, it wouldn't have been as nice. And the fact that they've put that TFT on means it's a GS, you know, it's a part of that GS range, and it's so nice. I love it. Maybe I'm biased because I have the 1300. I'm not paid by BMW at all. I just think that's the best TFT. I'm not saying it's the best bike. Calm down, everyone. I think it's a good looking bike. I don't think there's anything I can say on it like, ugh, why'd they choose that? Maybe the headlight, but here's the funny thing. When the 1300 first came out, I hated that headlight with a passion. Like, I really thought, I think I saw early release photos, or like, not early release, pre-release, what do you call it? Leaked photos of that headlight. And initially I thought it was like an AI photo or something. I thought, oh, that's got to be bullshit. And then the actual thing came out and I was like, oh no, what have they done? It's horrible. And then you go and see it in person and it's like, okay, well, it's not that bad. And now I actually really love it. I love that headlight. I think it looks great. I don't care what anyone else says. I like it. they didn't put it on this. And I think that's a missed opportunity. I think that's a missed target. I think they should have put that cross on this, because I've seen an aftermarket mod where you can fit that cross onto this and it looks so nice. I'll show some B-roll of what I'm talking about. That clutch. That's great. I really like the clutch. I think it's so nice, and I'm probably going to stall my bike next time I get on it because it's so nice to not think about the clutch when you're pulling up to a stop. Not that it's a massive thing. It's not massive. But I think where it really shines is when you've missed a turn and all you're thinking about is that turn. And then you're slowing down, banging down the gears, and then you just turn. And you don't need to feather the clutch, don't need to do anything like that. Do the turn, and then you realize you're in third gear. You haven't banged down all the gears because, I don't know, you're special, like me. And the bike just takes it. It's like, okay, we're in third, let's go. And it's a really nice feeling. The only downside to the Easy Ride clutch is that it engages at about 2,700. And when I say engage, I mean it first starts to move the bike at about 2,700. It doesn't give you power. It just starts, you can feel it creeping the bike. And then as you hit 3,000, that's when it gives you the full load of power. So for me, I just wish that was a little bit lower. So maybe at 2,300 RPM would have been perfect, because it idles at about 1.8. And so if I was to just give it a bit more RPM, so 1.8 to 2.3, at 2.3 I want to start feeling the engagement, and at 2.5 I want it to be fully engaged. If they could make it like that, I think it would be perfect. That I would have that on my bike in an instant. If they released a 1300 with the Easy Ride clutch that did my parameters, I would have it without a doubt in my mind. First option I would tick, because I think it's great. I think it's amazing. And not just for the learner riders. I think it's, yeah. Like I said, I'm a higher intermediate rider and I love it. I don't think it's an issue to loft your front tire or get the front tire up. It'll pop up, and you still have the clutch for that. And so I did the BMW competition thing, and for that I was using the clutch, because if I kept the bike above 3,000 RPM, then the clutch worked at finessing it fine. If you're sinking below 3,000 and still using the clutch, that's when it can catch you out, because you're letting the clutch out, but you're below 3,000 RPM, so it's not giving you any drive. But it just means you rewire your brain to keep it above 3,000 RPM when you're finessing things, when you're doing that clutch work. Because I think if you try to do this finesse work just on the Easy Ride clutch, like not finessing the clutch yourself, then it can be a bit power, that sort of thing. So the fact that they give you this option to use the clutch is really excellent. I think BMW have nailed that one, almost, because of those RPM issues. It needs to engage at a lower RPM. I might leave you there for a moment while I think of more things to talk about. Yeah, food, meat on fire. Okay, well, I've still got a little bit of meat on the fire, but I'm eating some meat now. It's very nice, actually. You can't beat wood fire cooked things. I think it tastes so nice. You get that smoky flavor, you get the charred flavor, yeah. I had a really fun day on this bike. I think definitely just needs different tires. I think the Midas Enduro XT Plus, perfect tires for it.
maybe a little bit more power would have been nice, but I could still power slide. I could still do elephant turns. I could still ride deep sand on these tires even. So in a sense, maybe it doesn't need more power, but you know, obviously you'd like more power. So as I'm editing this at the moment, I need to redact that entire statement. I'm comparing this to my 1300, and to do that is a ridiculous thought. This bike has more than enough power, and in fact it's got class leading power in that 450 A2 segment. A2 I think is the British thing. But for a learner legal, P-plate legal bike, it's actually at the top of the power range or close to it. So for me to say that it doesn't have enough power is an incorrect statement. I just wanted to follow that up here. So actually it's got loads of power. It's got plenty of power. Anyway, back to the video. It feels light, it feels nimble, it's nice to ride on the road even. If I was beginning riding and I didn't know what bike to choose, this is the one. 100% hands down, this is the bike. If you're able to afford, I think, I can't say for certain what these are in Estonia, but I think like the highest version is like 8 something. And that's with fully spec'd. Just need to check my meat. My meat was on fire. Which for a brand new bike, that's pretty good. I don't know if these come with the tire pressure sensors or not. This one doesn't have it. I would hope you can spec it to have it, because I think tire pressure sensors are a big thing. At least for me, I like to see my tire pressure. Then I know if I have a flat before it becomes an issue. Yeah, so I'll look that up and I'll put it here, whether or not you can get tire pressure sensors. If not, there's always aftermarket tire pressure sensors, but it would be nice. I think the BMW system just integrates it so nicely. I can't see cruise control being a big issue. Yeah, I don't really need it. I've gotten used to it on mine because I do a lot of transiting. So like I ride a long way out to the trails and then a long way back. So cruise control on my bike's great. This does have heated grips, and I'm pretty sure that's standard. Oh, the bash plate on this version, which is the trophy, which I think is the higher spec version, but I don't know if it has everything. The bash plate is actually decent, and it's not often you say that about a company. I'm not saying it's like bulletproof. Aftermarket things will be better, but I think it's one of the first times that the bash plate is actually kind of decent, and you could deal with it for quite a long time. It's makes a very tingy noise when a rock hits it or something. It's like boom. But yeah, it's a good, it covers a lot of the engine block, or the sump guard or whatever, and it covers the exhaust pipes at the front as well, which is very nice. Anyway, I'm gonna eat my dinner, pack my stuff up and go into the tent and go to sleep, because it's like 11 o'clock at night. Okay, well, the bike's all packed up, tent's packed away. I didn't film it because it's not as if I'm some sort of a YouTuber. Bloody hell, I don't know what I was thinking. I didn't film it. Could have done some ASMR tent packing, but I didn't. But the bike's all packed up. I'm heading off. Basically, I'm just riding the road. I'm gonna stop in a petrol station or something, grab a coffee and maybe some sort of breakfast. It's about 8 o'clock in the morning now, or maybe it's 7 o'clock. But I had a lot of fun on this bike. It's definitely a small adventure bike. I think it's super comfortable. I'll be happy to ride back from where I am. Like, it's no issues at all. I've probably packed way too much, or not enough. I don't know. I mean, on my big bike, on a big adventure, I'd have this bag here as well. So this was what you call a mini adventure. Yeah, but I think the bike would handle it just fine. I mean, I need to lose 35 kilos, 40 kilos. I'm a bit too bloody heavy. So
then I can add another 3 kilos to the bike. That'll be fine, an extra bag. But anyway, I had a really fun trip. I like the bike, guys. I think BMW have done something here. Anyway, more on that another time. If you enjoyed this video, give us a big thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't already. And as always, I'll see you in the next one. Peace, guys.
Just thought I'd quickly show how this bike actually has quite enough power when you're in the right rev range. So it's all about that rev range. You ready? Here we go. Like, there you go. That's more than you'll ever need. And again, I am 150 kilos on this bike now with my luggage and whatnot. So she's got some poke to her. Just get her in the right revs. Okay, bye.